everybody, it's Becky Bamboo. Today is Tuesday, June 28th, 2011. It is my 1 year Surgiversary day. This time last year, I was in surgery, and wow, hard to believe it's been a year. One of the big requests I got for this video was for me to do a body shot. So I'm going to do a body shot real quick, and then I guess talk a little bit, and I don't know what else. I wanted to do something all special and like amazing for my 1 year video, but quite frankly, I'm not that creative. So this is the best you get. So this is me today, 1 year later, 195 pounds. I've lost 229 total in this first year. Here's a side shot. I am wearing size 14 American Eagle right now. And yeah, so this is me, shrinkles and, you know, flabby skin and all. This is what you get losing all this weight. I don't think you can really see a full shot. You never can on video. But I have calf muscles, and I have muscles I've earned, you know, all that good stuff. So, ow! As I destroyed the desk. So anyway, that's the #1 request I got for my 1 year video is body shot. Let's see your body shot. Let's see your body shot. I've done body shots all along, you guys. I don't know why everybody cares all of a sudden, but that's it. So I don't quite know what to even talk about today, really. I thought I've been trying to think like all for the last month, really, like, okay, well, what am I going to talk about in my 1 year video? What do I want to say? I don't even know where to start, quite frankly. I mean, there's just so much I could say, but there's so much that I've already said over and over and over and over and over in all my videos. So, I think the #1 thing to you guys that I want to say is just a thank you. You guys have stood by day after day after day, week after week for the last 52 weeks. Some of you have been watching me from the very first video, which I think is so impressive that I still have so many of you who I watch and who have followed me from day one. I mean, it's crazy that it's already been over a year that I was making videos. It just seems really insane to me for whatever reason. I don't know. So a huge thank you to you guys. I personally know that without YouTube and the community of wonderful people that there is in this cyber world that we have, I would not be half as far as I am. You all have helped me learn how to motivate myself, learn how to be inspired, learn how to exercise, learn how to find something that I loved to do, and you know, it's just been a huge support to me to have so many people every video commenting on how good I'm doing. You're doing so good. Or on the videos that there's plenty of videos in the last year that were difficult for me to make, difficult times in my life, that you guys stood by and just always had a way to spin it positive and taught me how to think more positively. And I just think that has bled through into my life in every aspect, not just weight loss surgery related, you know. I think sometimes on here we all get bogged down in like the numbers and the weight loss surgery end of things, but honestly, you know, this is our life. So my last year has been an effort to try to show you a glimpse of my life and what this did for me. And what this did for me was to completely change my life. I never want to go back to where I was. I never want to not be able to do the things I want to do. I actually asked my husband last night, what's the one thing that you love the most about me in post-op life? And his answer was that he loves that I can do so much more now than I could. You know, I was pretty much at my heaviest to the point where I didn't do anything. I sat at home. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to see anybody. It was just kind of a miserable life. And I so enjoy it every day now. it's such a different life that I have, and it's so odd to me because I think back to a year ago and how miserable I was, and it seems crazy that it's already been a year and how different that I live now. It's kind of just, it's nuts. It's the only way to describe it is it's nuts. It's been a wild year to go from being 424 pounds to 195. My brain, I can honestly tell you, is not aware of what has happened to my body. A lot in my head, I still see myself as a, super morbidly obese person. And you know what? That just made me kind of have a thought. I was looking for my little BMI wheel here, and I haven't moved my BMI in a long time. So I wanted to see where I'm at. 195. Oh, but that's not right. Okay. It's hard to... I don't have my glasses on, so these numbers are like way small. Okay. 195. So... 30. So my BMI is 29, which puts me in the yellow category, which I didn't even realize I was in the yellow yet, and I am. And that moves me into an overweight category. What? So that takes me out of obese and into overweight. That's pretty cool. I never looked at that until now. That's really cool. I never thought I'd get to the yellow or the green on here. And let's see, what do I have to be to get to green? Gosh, I don't even know. Way small. Like 165 pounds, basically. Whew. I don't know if I want to get that small. But anyway, I'm at 31. My BMI is, no, it's 20, excuse me, 29. 29. So I don't know if you can even see it on there. 29. See, it has the little height, and you match it up to the weight. And it's funny, look, it's a lap band wheel. I got this at my very first weight loss surgery seminar, and I've had, held on to it the whole time, and this was a good tool for me to have in the beginning because this was the only like paper chart that I had that would go a high enough weight. This actually reads to I don't even think you can see it, but it reads to 440 pounds. So if I put this where I started though at 5'9" and 424, it's really hard to see. I was off of the chart on the red though. See, it only goes to BMI of 60, and I was above that. I think my BMI was like 63 point something or other, and my heaviest. So to go from a BMI of 63 to 29 in a year, that's that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm glad I looked at that. So now I'm in the overweight category. What? Like I said, my brain hasn't caught up to everything yet, and I don't know that it ever will. It's pretty crazy to lose that much weight in 12 months, So a lot of people have been asking me, I kind of the last several videos have been saying, what do you guys want to hear? What do you want to know? What do you want to see in my 1 year video? The biggest question aside from full body shot is where am I headed now? What's the next step? If you guys remember, I had set my original goal weight at 195 pounds. Sitting here at 195 pounds and having had a few days to kind of settle with it and be with that and look at myself in the mirror and think about my clothes and stuff, I'm not content at this weight. And I decided that I don't necessarily want to meet a weight scale number goal, but rather a clothing size goal. And I have to tell you guys, I told this to a couple people, my mom being one of them, and she doesn't believe it can happen. She doesn't believe, my goal is to be a size 10. She does not believe that I can be a size 10. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that she kind of has that attitude, because it's just fueling me that much more to want to continue to work hard at this, because I feel like nobody's going to tell me what I can and can't do. If I want to be a 10, then I'm going to keep working my ass off until I get to a 10. And it may take me another 5 years to get there. I don't know. But I'm going to continue to work there, because someday I will be a 10. That's just what it's going to be. And my mom's reasoning for telling me you can't be a 10, you'll never be a 10, is because you're so tall. You're too tall to be a 10. Too tall? What the hell does tall have to do with your weight? I'm just confused by that. But anyway, it is fueling me. And so I wanted to share with you guys that it's not really that I have a weight goal in mind moving forward. I've reached my weight goal. My goal moving forward is now about clothing size. And I had said in the very beginning, and I don't know what video it's in. I mean, how many hundreds of videos have I made? But I said from the very beginning, I'd be ecstatic to be a 16. But my dream would be to be a 10, 12. So I have gotten under the 16. I'm a 14 right now, and that's it. And some of that varies upon brand. We all know that. I say, when people ask me what size I wear, I say I'm a 14, 16, because it depends on the brand. And so it's not, in my eyes, it's not out of reach to get to a 10 if I can fit into 14s now. That's going to be my new mission, is to just keep going until I get to a 10. And it's hard. That's a hard decision to make, because at the size I am now, I'm not very comfortable here, and I have lots of clothes that fit. Some of my clothes are getting pretty big, and I really need to probably replace some. But knowing that I want to go further, I'm not going to worry about it. But I think when it comes down to goal weight and where you want to end up, it's all about you personally. It's all about where you feel comfortable, and it's not about what anybody in your family, any friends, any doctor tells you should be a certain size or a certain weight. It's really not about that. It's about where you're comfortable. I mean, I think my surgeon's goal weight for me, or ideal weight, is 146. As far as I'm concerned, that's too small, and I have no desire to ever get that small. I have so much loose skin right now at 195 pounds. I think that if I got that small, I wouldn't have no choice but to get skin removed. And quite frankly, the idea of plastic surgery scares the bejesus out of me. It really does. I know I am not mentally prepared for that at this time. There are things about my body that I definitely wish I could change. My lower belly, I wish I could have that taken off. I wish I could get some boobs again, but I'm just not prepared for even letting that idea cross my mind. People, I've had people in my family and friends comment that they're surprised that my number one thing isn't my arms, because it's so noticeable. But honestly, to have your arms done, you end up with a scar all the way across your arm, and I scar pretty badly. I get some keloid scarring, and I don't know what's worse, having a long, big, thick scar right here, or dealing with this. I just think that shows that I'm not mentally to that point where I am even open to considering plastic surgery at this time. So that's another question that I wanted to address, because people have been asking me tons, well, now are you thinking about plastic surgery? No, I'm still really not thinking about it. I personally don't believe that you should have plastic surgery for at least 3 years after you've had weight loss surgery, because I think that in that amount of time, you go through a lot of changes in your body, you go through a lot of changes in your mind, and I don't think that your body has a full chance to do any rebounding of skin and stuff that it's going to do until you're at least that far out. Everybody's different about that. Some people are not even a year out and considering plastic surgery. If you have issues with your skin causing rashes or, you know, sores, that's a totally different situation. I don't have that. The only thing I get is my belly button, because of my lower belly is so hangy and pulls. It kind of closes up my belly button a little bit. And if I don't get it dried out really well in there, I get, like, it gets very red and irritated and sore down inside there. So that's like the extent of it. But as long as I dry it out really good when I get out of the shower and stuff, I don't have any problems. So I just think it's a really personal thing. But for me, I'm just not even ready to think about plastic surgery. Not to mention the fact that it's highly unlikely that insurance would cover it, and I don't have insurance right now anyway, but I certainly don't have any money to pay for plastic surgery, so it's just not a priority to me. It doesn't, you know, the excess skin doesn't affect the way that I can live my life. I don't feel uncomfortable in a bathing suit, probably because I was so big at one point that it doesn't take much for me to think back to what it was like to be in a bathing suit at 424 pounds. And the loose skin I have now is nothing compared to having to be out in public in a bathing suit as, you know, a 400 plus woman. It just, to me, it's it's so pales in comparison. So I mean, I'm really not uncomfortable with my body, and I think the longer, I think the only thing that's really been a challenge for me is that I haven't stayed one size long enough to ever really get comfortable with the way that I looking at myself in the mirror. And that's one thing I look forward to, is to reaching the final kind of like place I want to stop, so that I have more than just a month and a half or 2 months at the most in any one particular size. I don't even know. I haven't even counted. Let's see, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14. So 10 sizes is what I've gone down. So, you know, that's like a size every, I don't even know, month and a little over a month. So I really, really do look forward to the point where I am, you know, getting to the size I want to be, and just staying there, just so that I have time to kind of adjust and get used to. I don't think you ever can get used to shrinking until you're to the point where you're not shrinking anymore. And I have said all along, if this is where I end up staying, if I end up at 195 for now until eternity, fine. I am more than happy with that. I feel like I have had a very successful year, and you know, I can't ask for much more. I'm actually going to do a second video. What I decided I wanted to do is I'm going to do a video of photographs. I was going to tack them on the end of like this video, but I don't think that that's going to, I don't think there's going to be enough time for me to do that. And my hair, I'm sorry, but my hair is jacked up today. I don't know what is going on here. Anyway, so I'm just going to do a separate video. What I want to do is kind of give you guys maybe a progressional video of pictures from before surgery and then all the way through till now. And I have taken a lot of pictures. I actually, those of you who are Facebook friends have probably already seen, I did collage pictures, front and side views from pre-op till now, 1 year later. And it's pretty astonishing to me to look back at some of those pictures, but I have more that I could add in and just do a video for you guys, so that those of you not on Facebook will still get the opportunity to see what I'm talking about. But it's pretty amazing to me to look back at some of the pictures. Like one of them that really struck me was I did back in October of 2010, walk from obesity. You guys might remember that was one of my first big like fitness goals, was to be able to walk a 5K. It seems like so long ago, but yet it really wasn't. But I can remember going to that and feeling really good about myself, thinking, oh, I've lost so much weight and I'm doing so good. And looking at that picture now, and I just think, God, I was so big. It's hard to it's hard to believe, like, some of the pictures I took along the way, and I actually had that thought, like, I look so good. And now I look at them and I'm like, what was I thinking? I was insane to think I looked good. So yeah, it's just been a crazy year, a crazy ride. But the biggest thing that I can say is thank you to all of you for being here, and for those people who have kind of started this community and started this support system. Because, you know, I have not to date, a year out, I have never been to a support group meeting from my surgeon's office. I've never gone. I've gotten the invites, I've considered going, and I just never do. And I haven't felt like I needed to. And that's because I've had all of you guys. I literally can post a video and expect to start getting comments within 10 minutes. I almost never have to wait hardly any time to get answers to questions or gratification for, you know, things that I've done, or just support when I'm really down and out. So I just haven't felt like I've needed that. And I'm curious how many other people out there who are big in YouTube and haven't felt like you've needed another support system. I also think it makes a difference. My family is extremely supportive, has been from the start. My husband has been extremely supportive from the start. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I know I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I'm at, because he's really helped to, especially in the beginning, to really push me and get me to the gym and make sure that I stayed on track. And I don't need that so much anymore, because I've kind of found my own wings and I'm able to fly, so to speak. But I really know that, you know, that has contributed in a huge way to my success, to have family and friends and people in my daily life asking me all the time, how are things going? How are you feeling? What are you up to? You know, how's your weight loss? Oh my gosh, you're doing so good. And all along, every single time I would see people, I've gotten compliments. You're looking so much better and so much healthier, and, you know, just big things. And all that encouragement is what I think helps fuel, what helped fuel me through this year. It really helped me to keep in my head, like, okay, if I'm looking good now, or people are saying things, I want to show them I can do more, and I can do more. And then it just, I don't know, over the year I just accelerated to where I got to where I could take care of myself. And I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna be perfect. Somebody wanted to know, how many calories a day are you eating? Honestly, I can't really tell you. I don't really count calories. I have from time to time, and usually when I count them, I find that I'm eating 700 to 1,000 calories a day. I think where it's at for me is all in the exercise. How many calories am I burning in a week, in a day? And I do try to keep track of that when I'm at the gym, and I try to think about, like, you know, if I burn over 1,000 calories at the gym, I almost end up having a negative calorie day for what I eat. So people who want to know how have you done it? How have you lost this much weight in a year? I've watched myself with my food. I take my vitamins. I drink my water. And I exercise. That's how I've done it. And there hasn't been but maybe a week or two at the most out of the whole year where I didn't exercise for a whole week. More often than not, I'm at the gym on a weekly basis. And I can say I've continued to challenge myself fitness-wise. You know, it was a big deal for me in October to be able to walk a 5K. I, you know, had talked about that time. It'd be cool if someday I could run a mile. Then I can run a mile. And then I ran a 5K. I think that's another place where it's at, is dedication to improving. And I continue to do that, because currently in the gym, I'm continuing to improve on my running. I want to be able to run faster. I want to be able to run longer. I just have a desire to keep challenging myself and to keep trying to be better than the time before. And I think that's what it's going to take to keep doing that and for the rest of my life. But honestly, what I can tell you too is that, you know, people will say, well, I just don't like to exercise. I just don't like to exercise. I didn't really like to exercise either when I was 400 pounds, but as time goes on and I got lighter, and I started to find things fitness-wise that I enjoyed, it got easy. And there are days I still don't want to go to the gym. Like today's one of those days I just don't feel like going to the gym. But there are other days that I just go, nope, I gotta go. And I'm so proud of myself, excuse me, when I walk out the door, because I go there and I work hard and I'm continuing to challenge and continuing to improve, and I continue to see changes in my body because of it. And, you know, just I took my measurements over the weekend and have lost, you know, a bunch more inches. And it never ceases to amaze me to see the difference in the measuring tape from where I started. Vicky Jean 2000 does this great thing, and she's done it a couple times. And those of you who are taking measurements should try it, because it's just astonishing to me when I do it. And that is, take your first measurements and take the measuring tape, and like if your waist was 60 inches, put it at 60 inches and wrap it around you, and look at how much bigger that is than what you are. I was so big through the hips that the measuring tape wouldn't even go around me. I had to like take a piece of paper and like add to it basically to get my measurement for the first time. And I didn't even take my measurement from pre-op. I didn't start measuring until July, I think. So like almost a month post-op, and I had lost a lot of weight by then. So it's just, there's little fun things that you can do to really, and what I find is like those things are what keeps me going. When I see like, oh my gosh, or trying on my pre-op clothes, that always makes me go, oh my God, and really helps me to go, okay, I look at how far I've come, and I can go more, and I can do this, and it just makes it easier. So those of you starting out fresh as a year, here's my advice for you as someone who has been out a year. Keep some clothes, your biggest, comfiest pair of clothes that you wear, keep them. Do not get rid of them. Get rid of all your other stuff as you go along. Do not keep super big clothes except for the one pair. Take lots of pictures. You need lots of pictures. Front shots, side shots, back shots, whatever. Even if you don't want to share them with anybody, take them for yourself. Do videos if you can. If not, go to a support group. You need some kind of good support place to talk and get answers to questions, because you guys know I ask questions all the time. Even now, I've recently asked some. So, you know, just I think those are the big things. And really pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what your surgeon wants you to do in terms of how much to eat, what to eat, and take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. I think vitamins are a huge thing, because when I don't take mine, I feel like shit, and I think it does make a difference in your weight loss. If you're not taking them, weeks that I don't take them, I don't have as good a weight loss. I don't know why, but I don't. So, anyway, those are like the big ones that I would tell you guys as pre-op people. Just keep clothes, take your measurements, and take lots of pictures. That's because you'll be so glad you did. I'm so glad I have pictures from all along this last year to look back up, because it happens so fast that you just can't even imagine, like, whoa, what has gone on with my body? So anyway, so this is my 1 year Surgiversary video. I'm going to put together a picture video, so be looking for that. I don't know if I'll get it done today or maybe later in the week. So whenever I get it done, you'll know. It'll be posted. And I will let you guys know when my video on the surgeon's website is up. I have asked them to let me know, and they said that's not a problem. So anyway, take care, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Mwah!